My fellow Zambians, good morning. In response to the remarks attributed to Honorable Davis Mwila in the Newsdiggers newspaper, published on the 4th of December 2025, I wish to make the following statement. I have taken note of the assertions made by Davis Mwila, Honorable, under the headline, PF is dead. In that article, Honorable Mwila alleges that I am one of the people responsible for the destruction of the Patriotic Front as I ganged up with the United Party for National Development, UPND, to remove the Patriotic Front out of power. Such claims are not only historically incorrect, but deliberately misleading. Fellow Zambians, I want to remind Honorable Davis Mwila in very sober terms that I was expelled from the Patriotic Front when he was Secretary General of the Patriotic Front. Honorable Davis Mwila was in a gang of people within the Central Committee that did not want to be advised by myself and other well-meaning Zambians against telling the former Republican president, late Edgar Chagwa Lungu, that he was not eligible to stand in 2021. I have no regrets about that decision that I made. I have said to the Zambians, and I repeat here, that decision was made out of principle. So, when I was expelled from the Patriotic Front, Davis Mwila and his gang of hooligans and thugs within the Patriotic Front orchestrated my expulsion. Let's not forget that. That is a historical fact. For the avoidance of doubt, my engagement with the UPND in 2021 was a direct consequence of my expulsion from the Patriotic Front. An expulsion orchestrated and championed by Davis Mwila and his cohorts in the Central Committee, together with several other people I don't want to name here. When I strongly opposed the third term bid by our late 6th Republican President, Edgar Chagwa Lungu, they were the same people that misled him, thinking that the law could bend to suit an individual. To now feign innocence is an affront to collective memory and an insult to the intelligence of the Zambian people. Once expelled, what did Honorable Davis Mwila expect me to do? To return to a party that had formally and publicly disowned me after all the work that I had done for them? I repeat, my decision was based on principle. Somewhere I read that a principle compromised is one abandoned. I was not going to abandon my principle. Leadership, fellow Zambians, demands honesty, moral courage, and accountability. It is therefore regrettable, and instead of controlling and confronting the consequences of their own decisions, some former PF leaders like Honorable Mwila now seek to drag my name into the political mud in futility in an attempt to rewrite history. Vamwila, tachamia fue. PF is dead because you and your likes have failed to show leadership. Accept that. The ongoing leadership paralysis within the Patriotic Front has not only destabilized the party, but has brought it up to the brink of institutional collapse. The death of PF, which Honorable Mwila now loudly proclaims, did not occur overnight. It is a direct result of years of internal mismanagement under his secretarial leadership, factionism, and the refusal by key leaders to accept the responsibility of their actions. For example, I am aware that during the 2021 general elections, Honorable Davis Mwila was selling seats Puna to members of parliament wa Mwila for huge sums of money. We are aware. And those who didn't want to give you money, those were the ones who went independent because they didn't agree with your principle and the way you were running the political party called the Patriotic Front. Is that my fault? So they were serious. My invitation to the Patriotic Front to consider working with Zambia Must Prosper has always been made in good faith as a constructive gesture aimed at providing a pathway out of their deep-seated leadership crisis. Whether they accept this or not, it's up to them. Our hands are open. Our political house, Pakayanda, is open. What is undeniable, however, is that the Patriotic Front is in its current fractured state and therefore is unlikely to appear or give any meaningful resistance or resurgence to appear on the 2026 ballot. That is the truth. This is not because of KBF. It's not because of Zambia Must Prosper. It is because people like Honorable Davis Mwila drove the party to oblivion. As someone who grew up within the Patriotic Front family and who had the honor to work with both the 5th Republican President, Vatata, Vamaiko Chirufyasata, and the 6th Republican President, my older brother, Edgar Chagwalungu, I feel a profound sense of obligation to rescue the movement from its own engineered decline. Just like in the Bible, when Joseph was sold into slavery by his brothers, they thought they were doing something to destroy him. What they didn't know is that the stone that they cast away was one day going to be the cornerstone for their survival. And this is the spirit by which I give this olive branch to the Patriotic Front. Mwikwata Nensoni, just come Pakayanda 2026. I feel a profound sense of obligation to rescue the movement from its own engineered decline for the simple reason that people like Davis Mwila, unfortunately, are not able to muster the courage to face the truth. But the cracks within the party are now structural and too deep to be repaired by nostalgia or denial. The Zambian people are demanding for credible leadership, and I intend to provide it, not the way Davis Mwila wants to rewrite history. That is wrong. Zambia Must Prosper will not participate in politics of shame, name-calling, insults, and unproductive theatrics. Tefyo tulete ama politics. Fiakale vamwila iwele anymore. Our focus is on offering tangible, evidence-based solutions on the challenges facing our nation. The country called Zambia requires leaders who confront reality, not those who cling to failed strategies while pretending innocence. Bupuva. Honorable Mwila, to you I say, This is my simple counsel. Own your mistakes, acknowledge the consequences, and correct them while time allows you. I remain committed to advancing principled, ethical, and visionary leadership through Zambia Must Prosper. This is who I am. The future of our nation demands nothing less. My name is Kelvin Fube Bwalia, and I am running for president in 2026. God bless this country, and I thank you.